Right back to that breaking news as we come on the air here at 11 a.m. That global Microsoft outage bringing businesses and airports to a standstill. Some Microsoft users around the world still experiencing this, an error screen known as the blue screen of death. Tech giant was impacted by an update from cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike, we've learned. The company says the outage was not caused by a security incident or a cyber attack. We have seen worldwide impacts when it comes to airports. A look at Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston, Logan on the screen as well, and Los Angeles International. Team of reporters pushing for answers, working to keep all of us informed. I want to bring in our Brianna Nesbro. She's been working the phones all day. Brianna, I know you just spoke with an IT expert. We have more insight there. Also, an update from Microsoft coming out just minutes ago.
Yeah, this just came out less than 20 minutes ago, and I have it written here. Microsoft said they have completed all its mitigation actions, and it seems all previously impacted Microsoft apps and services have been recovered. Now they're just entering a period of monitoring. So that's what they're looking at right now, but it seems everything should be back up and running.
So it boils down to the fix has been completed, certainly a monitoring period of time to see if it sticks. You also spoke to an IT expert, as I mentioned. What do we know there?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting to think this was all just a routine update, a routine software update. You know, I asked him how this could even happen. He said it's just a simple program that they were updating so many computers, and it just simply had something broken in it that caused the software to break computers worldwide. He said the fix, though, is simple, but here's the bad news, and the issue here is that you have to manually go in and physically go to each computer to fix that issue. Now, I also asked him if he's ever seen anything to this scale. I want you to take a listen to what he had to say.
I've never seen anything to this magnitude. This is huge, and we lucked out. If this required wiping and reloading computers, installing all the software, which would take hours per computer instead of 5 minutes per computer, this would be unrecoverable almost.
You know, he went on to say this is just such a daunting task. He's never seen anything like this, unprecedented. Now it's just a waiting game again until, as we hear, Microsoft does say everything should be back to normal. However, you know, some people might not be experiencing that. They still probably are looking at days, weeks of something.
Yeah, some recovery period to come for sure. And to hear an expert, someone who's been in the industry for a long time, that has seen it all, to say this is huge, really just speaks to the global widespread nature. Bree, thank you. We're continuing to follow this outage all day, the issues that pop up. And we've seen that airports locally here have been severely impacted as well. We want to go to T.A. Walker. He has been live at Palm Beach International since very, very early this morning. What are you saying there now, T.A.?
It seems like things are getting back up to speed. American Airlines announced on Twitter at 5 a.m. that they had cleared the issue from their system and they're up and running. It took Delta about 7 or almost 8 o'clock today to say that they're back up and running. There's a lot of frustrated Delta passengers. Let's take a listen to what they had to say.
There is never a line at 5 a.m. at the Delta desk.
Tracy, so you're going out on Delta, and is it still going to happen?
That's what it's saying. The app is saying that it's still on time.
And now this morning, they rebooked me, and I'm on the 6 o'clock flight out to Atlanta, and it's not going.
My flight was today, going to North Carolina, the mountains.
You going to drive?
I'm going to drive, yes.
I just realized that no flights were going out today. They were booking people for tomorrow. And because my trip was a short trip, they refunded my entire feedback for both me and my wife.
We love this airport because we can usually whiz right in with 3 little kids, and got here and my husband turned around, he's like, we might not make this flight.
I'm trying. Last night was canceled.
Right.
So I didn't get out last night. And this morning we are on it's supposed to be a 3-hour delay, but they're not very hopeful.
Well, good luck to you, and I hope you don't get stuck in Atlanta.
Me too. Thank you.
Because even if you're in a galaxy far, far away, you still change in Atlanta.
This is true. Atlanta can definitely change you for better or for worse.
Thanks. Yeah, so out here, this TSA line went all the way down to Starbucks at one point. Upstairs, the Delta ticket desk took half the terminal. The line was that long. But we just had passengers that had their hands in the air, said, we're getting on our Delta flight, so that's excellent. Now, about 8:55 this morning, I'm supposed to fly out of Palm Beach International at Delta. They said, let's pull up that graphic. We're sorry, your flight is from PBI has been canceled. We have been working to find good options for you, but unfortunately, we've been unable to find an acceptable flight. So they sent me a link, I clicked it, and now when I get off the air here at 11:30, I'm going down to Fort Lauderdale. Holly, Ashley?
What have I been telling you since 3 a.m.? Just drive. Just skip all this hassle and drive. He doesn't listen. TA, thank you. Great update. Great reporting, too, since very early this morning, talking to so many people about this. TA, thank you. We know many people in our area also had to Fort Lauderdale International Airport to travel. Victor Jorges picks up our team coverage live right there. Victor, what have you heard from people stuck?
Hey there, yeah, well, people are essentially telling me that they're stuck in limbo, that they have been in that same situation all morning. And even right now, at this hour, people continue in that situation. And really, the main takeaway from a lot of people I've been speaking to this morning is really just the uncertainty. So they get here, they haven't really heard much from airlines, so they still get in that line to go through TSA. But once they get to the gate, really, right now, a lot of people don't know if they're actually going anywhere.
Friday morning, people in South Florida hoping to jump on an early flight were probably the first to hear the news.
We hear that there's a worldwide outage.
Travelers like Gina Kaplan at Terminal 2 in Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International was stuck here for hours, dealing with this mess.
We've been here like 3 hours.
And what's it been like? Has it been chaotic?
It's been a little chaotic, yes.
Once passengers got here, a lot of people were shocked and honestly disappointed at the response. This group even told us staff hit them with this message: nobody is going anywhere.
I didn't know until I got here. So I was a little caught by surprise. Like, they could have sent an email to warn us or something. We could have been at home waiting instead of standing here uncomfortable in the airport.
This morning, we didn't receive anything by email, and I even checked FlightAware, and everything seemed to be on time.
Some travelers telling me this outage couldn't have come at a worse time. A Friday morning in the middle of summer break.
It's a little frustrating, but we're here waiting because we have to get to where we need to get to. So
Where are you going?
We're going to New York, LaGuardia.
This group hoping to reach a camping trip by tomorrow morning, just going through the motions and hoping to get to their seat and go to the Big Apple. Others are holding on to each little bit of hope.
I'm not sure what's going to go on the rest of the day or how long it's going to take, but our crew and our plane are here, so I guess that's a good sign.
They're taking this a little easier and proving this outage impacted all of us in different ways.
So I do have to tell you, we've seen a lot of people here concerned and frustrated, but there hasn't really been any tension in terms of people lashing out at staff or anything. So a lot of people I've been speaking to, they actually tell me that's because we're really all on the same boat here because this outage was so widespread. Nobody's really pointing the finger at airlines or anything like that. Everybody's just kind of waiting, holding on to get through the day.
Yeah, Victor, we noted the same thing with TA Walker at Palm Beach International, that everyone's taking it in stride, that we're all in this together kind of attitude. So glad to hear that's been the case where you are as well in Fort Lauderdale. Victor, thank you. This is something WPTV won't let up on, pushing for answers, asking those in charge. We are with this through the duration. To stay informed, you'll want to check out WPTV.com and also our free app. Scan that QR code on your screen to download it for free. As more comes in, as Bree told us, we're in that monitoring period, is the latest we've heard from Microsoft with most of the fixes already complete. Anything comes up on that front, we will send an update straight to your phone.